What is happening at Manchester City? Guardiola in disarray, Haaland frustrated, and injuries pile up. Manchester City's recent struggles have left fans and pundits alike questioning the state of the reigning Premier League champions. Pep Guardiola, visibly agitated, has been openly critical of both himself and his players. Star midfielder John Stones is sidelined once again due to injury, raising questions about City's depth and preparation. The Etihad Giants suffered another disappointing defeat, extending a shocking run of just one win in their last 12 matches across all competitions. The lackluster performances have fans wondering, has City already shifted their focus away from the Premier League? Are they waiting for clarity on the case of the century off the pitch before fully committing to on-field matters? Against Aston Villa last night, Guardiola made a bold decision to leave Kyle Walker out of the starting lineup. Reports suggest the England international is struggling with both fitness and mentality, making his benching a tactical and psychological move. Meanwhile, Ruben Dias' injury sustained in the Manchester derby has ruled him out for 4 weeks, further depleting City's defensive options. With an ever-growing injury list and erratic form, it's no surprise City have started matches sluggishly. Just moments after kickoff, Aston Villa set the tone with 2 on-target efforts that forced stellar saves from City goalkeeper Stefan Ortega. Without the Germans' heroics, the defending champions would have conceded almost immediately. The days of City dominating possession and suffocating opponents seem to be fading as their attacking output continues to falter. Villa's opener came in the 16th minute, following a pinpoint long pass from deep within their own half. Morgan Rogers showcased blistering pace, racing clear to set up John Duran for a composed finish. It was a goal that highlighted City's defensive vulnerabilities, this being their 26th goal, conceded in their last 12 matches across all competitions. Things went from bad to worse in the second half. John Stones, already struggling, showed signs of discomfort and was substituted at halftime as a precaution, with Kyle Walker brought on as his replacement. However, the change disrupted City's defensive organisation further. Villa's second goal epitomized City's struggles. A brilliant dribble from John McGinn drew the defence out of position before he delivered a perfectly weighted pass across the box to Morgan Rogers. Despite standing within reach, Kyle Walker's sluggish response allowed Rogers to fire past Ortega for a decisive 2-0 lead. The chants about Pep Guardiola's potential dismissal echoed around the stands, but the Manchester City manager seemed unfazed, focusing on tactical adjustments instead. Late substitutions, including Savinho and Jeremy Doku, failed to turn the tide as City struggled to break through Villa's disciplined defence. Phil Foden's stoppage time strike in the 93rd minute offered a glimmer of hope, cutting the deficit to 2-1. Beyond its value for the team, it marked Foden's first Premier League goal of the season, a much-needed personal breakthrough for the England international. However, the clock ran out before City could muster an equaliser, forcing them to leave Villa Park empty-handed. The defeat sees City drop to 6th in the Premier League table, 9 points behind leaders Liverpool despite having played 2 more matches. Aston Villa, meanwhile, leapfrogged City into 5th. The loss has intensified scrutiny on the players, with fans directing much of their criticism at Erling Haaland. The Norwegian striker has managed just 1 goal in his last 6 appearances, a far cry from his usual prolific standards. Haaland didn't shy away from the criticism, admitting his recent form and the team's performances have been disappointing. "We've lost the confidence that used to define us," the 24-year-old stated candidly. Despite his frustrations, Haaland expressed unwavering respect for Guardiola, emphasizing the manager's importance to the team's identity. Amid growing calls for Pep Guardiola to step down, one of Manchester City's younger stars, born in 2000, delivered a firm response. "Pep has won 6 Premier League titles in the past 7 years. The entire team fully believes in him. Even now, we are working together to find solutions and pull the club out of this difficult situation." Guardiola himself has chosen not to dwell too heavily on the team's recent errors or their slump in form, likely to avoid piling additional pressure on his players during this challenging period. Instead, the 53-year-old Spaniard focused on addressing the mounting injury concerns within his squad. He confirmed that John Stones has suffered yet another setback, adding to City's growing list of sidelined players. With key figures either underperforming or unavailable, Guardiola might have no choice but to turn to the January transfer window to rejuvenate his squad. As the reigning Premier League champions navigate one of their toughest spells in a decade, it's becoming increasingly clear that relying solely on their current roster may not be enough to halt their decline. While questions about City's future linger, Guardiola remains steadfast and his players appear committed to backing him. However, to reclaim their dominance, the manager will need not only tactical adjustments, but also fresh reinforcements to steer the team back on track. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest news. See you in the next video.